This is interesting. It's legal to have recreational pot and legal to use it in Ohio, but you can't buy it anywhere without breaking the law.
Yeah, we were saying all last week how confusing this is. So today, Governor Mike DeWine talked about possible changes to the program being debated right now in the State House that was supposed to be voted on this week. WLWT News host Todd Dykes live now with the very latest. And Todd, where do things stand?
Yeah, Sheree and Mike, legislative action could change some of the key provisions in the adult use marijuana program by the end of this week. It's certainly a possibility. Until then, Ohioans who voted for legal cannabis, well, they're in a bit of a quandary. The past several days have seen a flurry of activity around Ohio's new recreational marijuana law, which got the green light when voters approved Issue 2 on Election Day. Last week, state senators voted to change the pot program by doing things like cutting in half the number of marijuana plants grown at a single residence by 2 adults from 12 down to 6. Now, everyone, including Governor Mike DeWine, is waiting to find out what changes, if any, members of Ohio's House propose. What's happening legislatively? What do you anticipate this week?
Well, on Saturday morning, I talked to the Speaker. I've been talking to the Senate President, and we hope that in the next several days, they're going to get something worked out.
The way Issue 2 is written, commercial sales of cannabis are not expected to start until next September. DeWine says that presents a problem.
I think that people did not vote for the situation that we're going to have if we don't change it, and that is that it's legal now to possess marijuana. It's legal to use it, but you can't buy it legally.
He said the same dynamic played out in New York when that state legalized weed 2 years ago.
What happened there is all these illegal groups popped up with no ability to ensure that the marijuana that was being sold wasn't laced with something.
That's why DeWine supports the measure approved by the Senate, which calls for sales of recreational pot to start in 3 months at existing medical marijuana dispensaries. Now, a House committee considering changes to Issue 2 will hold a second public hearing tomorrow morning, and then both halves of the General Assembly, they meet on Wednesday separately, but we'll see what happens. If both sides can agree on a new piece of pot legislation, it does appear that Governor DeWine would likely sign it into law. For now, reporting live, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.